Hi, welcome back to Math 6, Module 1, Lesson 2. We're talking about ratios again. So now our outcomes for the day are that we are going to reinforce what we learned about ratios. We are going to be looking at the precise language. Here we go, using the precise language in notation. We are also going to demonstrate our understanding of ratios and that order matters, and that we're going to demonstrate it by creating ratios when they give us a context. That's another nice way to say that these are our standards for this topic, which will last 8 lessons, that we're going to be understanding the concept of a ratio, use the correct language, make sure we remember that order matters, and that we're going to use ratio and rate reasoning to solve real-world and mathematical problems. So we'll get started by coming up with 2 examples of ratio relationships that are interesting to you, that happen in your life. Now, here I'm going to give you examples of something like what you could use. These are not the ones that you should write down. My brother watches twice as much television as I do. The ratio of number of hours he watches in a day to the number of hours I watch in a day is usually 2 to 1. That does not mean that you should write down the same example with different numbers, but you get the idea. Here's another idea. For every 2 chores my mom gives my brother, she gives 3 to me. So the ratio is 2 to 3. Once again, don't write down the same thing with different numbers. Come up with some of your own. If you need some more time, hit pause. If not, I'm going to keep on going. So we're going to use this real life situation, this exploratory challenge, to practice the ratios. I'm going to read the instructions out here for you. The description, actually. A t-shirt manufacturing company surveyed teenage girls on their favorite t-shirt color to guide the company's decisions about how many of each color t-shirt they should design and manufacture. The results of the survey are shown here. So each X represents one vote. One person wanted a red t-shirt. 4 people said their favorite color was blue t-shirt. 2 people said their favorite color t-shirt was green. So you get the picture. Just to practice that, I'm going to ask some questions here. You don't have to write this down anywhere. Here we go. Should the company order more pink fabric or more orange fabric? What do you think? Now let's look at the next question. What's the ratio of pink fabric to orange fabric? The number of bolts is actually a number. And then, so we counted the X's. So we got 5 here for the pink and 3 here for the orange. Someone said 5 to 3. Another person said 3 to 5. Is that the same? I'm going to answer that one in case you're confused. The question said pink fabric to orange fabric. So we need to put pink first. So it needs to be 5 to 3. The last question here for our check for understanding is that write the statement that describes the ratio relationship. So if you wrote down 3 to 5, you should actually change the relationship that it's talking about. Here it said number of bolts to pink to the number of bolts to orange fabric the company should order. So if you put 3 to 5, then what relationship should you be describing? Okay, think about it, and we're moving on. Here are a bunch of questions in your module that also refer to this survey about t-shirt colors. Let's go. For every for every 7 white t-shirts they manufacture, they should manufacture 4 yellow t-shirts. Did you read the instructions that says underline or highlight the words or phrases that indicate the description of the ratio? Okay, so I'm going to change color here. So for every 7 and 4 2, I would even say you could highlight the ratio of the number of white t-shirts to the number of yellow t-shirts. All right, so there's 7 white t-shirts and 4 yellow t-shirts, so our ratio is 7 to 4. How about for every 4 yellow t-shirts, they manufacture 7 white t-shirts, and there's your ratio number. So if we change the order of the colors, then we have to change the order of the numbers. That one's 4 to 7. This one is a little bit trickier. The ratio of the number of girls who liked a white t-shirt to the ratio to the number of girls who liked a colored t-shirt. Well, that makes me think I have to go back here. When I look at colored t-shirts, well, all of these are colored. This one, this one, this one. So I have to count all of those. So you do that on yours. You count all of those colors. So how many white t-shirts were there? 7. How many colored t-shirts were there? I counted 19. So our ratio there would be 7 to 19. And they surveyed 26 girls total. So in a minute here, when we get down to this one, 3 out of every 26 t-shirts they manufactured should be orange. So when it asked about the total number of t-shirts, what should that be? I realize I skipped a few, but I want you to do those on your own. So if you need a second, hit pause. Otherwise, I'm moving on. Here we go. Practically the same thing. There should be 4 yellow t-shirts for every 3 orange t-shirts. So this one, yellow to orange, is 4 to 3. I hope that you can make these ratios by yourself right now. I'd like you to give it a try and fill in the following 3 on your own. If you need a minute, hit pause. If not, we can move on together. So here's just one practice, just to sum it all up. Give 2 different ratios with a description of the ratio relationship using the following information. There are 15 male teachers in the school. There are 35 female teachers in the school. So the ratio relationship, remember that's the description with the words. The number of male teachers in the school to the number of female teachers in the school is 35 to 15. But it says to give 2. So how would you write another one? Give yourself a chance, write it down, and I'll talk to you next time.